Okay guys, isometric drawings. I'm going to introduce briefly and then we'll continue next week on how to draw isometric drawings. We work with three-dimensional objects, and in that you expect the examiner to give you a 2D drawings, and then from the two-dimensional drawings you create a 3D model or a 3D drawing, which we call isometric drawing. So how are you going to approach a question like this? If I tell you that this is in first angle projection, you know that this is a right view, okay? And this is a top view. So from this, you must be able to create a three-dimensional image, okay? Three-dimensional image. And what you do first of all is to look at the total length of this drawing and the total width of the drawing and the total height of the drawing. So the length is 120, which is also the distance from here to here on the front, which is your right view. So the first thing you must do is to create a box, okay? And I'll come to the box because this type of isometric drawings, we first create an isometric scale. So I'll do an isometric scale. And how to do an isometric scale? I'm going to do it here. First draw a 45 degrees line. Okay, this is 45 degrees. Then another line, 30 degrees. This is at 30 degrees. This one is at 45 degrees. We work with an isometric scale. So on the 45 degrees line, you're going to mark your divisions 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, all the way. The total length, which is the maximum length, is 120. So you're going to go all the way up to 120. So I'm going to assume that this one is up to 120. And the first division here must have 10 subdivisions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is the millimeters. So this is 10 millimeters. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. You're going to have a length of 120. Okay? And the first subdivision, like I've said, is going to be 10 millimeters, but with the small millimeters, which are 1 millimeter each. Why we do that? Because every block, even the box that I'm going to create, which I call isometric block, is going to be within 120, 60 width, and the total, which is going to be 35, plus the distance going up. In the question, that distance, I think that was given up until there, because it's an hexagon, we are going to say that the distance from here to here is the diameter, which is 66. So the size of 33 is the side length. So even here, you are going to get the 33. So that distance you add together, it's a radius. Side length of the hexagon is this radius of a circle it is in. So this is 33 plus 35. And then if you are to create an isometric box, we do this first. At 30 degrees, we use 30 degrees set square. All your horizontal lines will be slanting at 30 degrees, okay? All lines going here or there, 30 degrees. The vertical lines will remain 90 degrees. So because it's in first angle projection, and I said this is a right view, it's a view from that side. So this 120 length, which is the same 120 there, must be marked from here to there. Make sure that that is 120 from here to here. When you get there, you go up by the height, which is 35 plus 33. That is 68. Okay, you measure up to 68 total height of the object. When you are there, you are going to make sure that this 120 that you are going to mark here must be taken from the isometric scale. How do we take that? Because we are not going to draw one-to-one here. They say by the use of an isometric scale. So once you create those divisions, you are going to bring them vertically down to the 30 degrees, meaning that the 10 straight down, this one down, this one down, this one down, vertically down. So if I'm looking for 120, I will measure from here on the 30 degrees line, and that is the 120 there, not on the 45 degrees. Then the small divisions also bring them down to 30 degrees. You bring them down like that. If I'm looking for maybe 58, I'm going to count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, then I get the 8 from the small divisions, then I get 58, then I go mark 58. So the 120 that I've marked from here to here, it is from there to there. If we mark 10, 10, 10, 10 to 120. Then the width will be the left view, which is this side. It's a top view, the left will be there. So the width is 60. You mark 60 degrees, 60 millimeters. So this is 60. Also, you go up. Then when you go up, and this one is going up, you are going to mark total length of 68. Then from there to there, obviously it's going to go that way. So let me say 68 is ending here. This is 68. This is 68. This is going to be 68. From here, 30 degrees going that side. You are here. This is also 68. And then the next point is from here, 60 degrees, 30 degrees going to the right. And then from there, 30 degrees going that side. That is the box that I said you are going to create. So from here to here is 60, because that is 60 millimeters we got. Even from there to there is 60. Then from here, you can go inside with a dashed line, because it's inside the box, at 30 degrees. And from there, 30 degrees, you go inside. From there, 30 degrees, 90 degrees down. So I'm going to create this from inside. That is the box. So meaning that you have to create that shape within this box, not less than this or more than that. We went with the maximum distances given, and now we need to create the front view, because it's an important view, which is your right view from here. Start creating the box first. How much is this? 10 by 120. 120 is already there. But if you are looking for the vertical distances, don't use the isometric scale. Just measure on your ruler on 1 to 1. But only for the horizontal lines going that way, you use the isometric scale, and on the 30 degrees line. That's why I brought them vertically down, 90 degrees down. Okay, so I'm looking for 10. I'll come mark 10 here. Once I mark 10, I'm going to use blue, like that. Already once I draw 30 degrees, I know that that is 10. So the shape that you have just formed, make sure you make it light, because it's not the final drawing. That's the face. On here, from each and every point, you're going to go that side. Why? Because that is the width. It's a solid line. Then you take it that side, then you close it here. This is also 10. So that is the block on the other side. Okay? Then at that point, because here you are going that side, even here you have to go that side at 30 degrees. Then from there you have to go 30 degrees to that side. And where the two meet, that will be the point, and that is this one in hidden line that I put there. But we don't show in hidden lines. So where they meet, you make a base. And already the base that I've created is this base you can see from the top view. When you stand on top, you will see that base. So it will be solid, you outline. Okay. After that, you are going to look at another shape. On top of this, there is this piece here. But from the front view, it's 66. So you need halfway of the front view. Let's say in the center here, half of 120 and half of 120. You do a center line at 30 degrees. Okay? Then you measure half of 66, half of 66. I want to mark these 2 points. So half of 66, let's say it's here, and another one here. Then at that point, I'm going to draw 30 degrees line going that way. Even there, 30 degrees line going that way. In construction line, all the red lines are going to be in construction lines. And then it's got a height of how much. You can see that it's got a height going up. You can go up until here. Let's make up until there. So from each and every point, you need to go up. Okay? Then from there, you go up. From there, you go up. And from that corner, where the two are meeting. But you need to know the width. It's not starting on the ends. Let me not start on the ends. When we look from the width, this piece here, it is this side, 50. They gave 50 millimeters, I didn't write, it's 50. So if it's 50, you're going inside by 5 and inside by 5, because this is 60. Then if you go 5 plus 5 is 10. 60 minus the 10, then you go inside like that, construction line. And where they are meeting, you can see the first line that we did, where it was meeting, which is this one here. When you go with it at 30 degrees, where it meets that one is here, and where it meets that one is there. And then this one going at 30, it's meeting here, and it's meeting the other one there. I've just created the base of that shape, which is this shape here. Okay, then now you can go up. By how much? We can say 35 minus 10, that is the height. Okay, 25. You go 25 up, not this center, this is the box, you leave it there. You go 25 up, and then you come here, 25 up. Then this one you have to close, okay? Let's reduce it a little bit. So let's say this is my 25. Then here, that is my 25. Then there I'll go inside, and this one 30 degrees until it meets with the other one there. I think you can see the box that I've created. So from the side view, which is this side, on the width, you see 50. There is the 50 here. From the front, we see this one, which is this distance here, which is 66. And the height, I measured from there to there. Now I'm on the top. Then what is happening on the top, you have to create the hexagon shape. And that hexagon shape is starting on that face. So if you know how to do the hexagon, come with the center line from there, all the way to the half, I think it's the half of the box. It's only that this one is not going half. Something like that, okay? Then from that shape, because that is the maximum height, you measure half of 33 and half of 33. So let's say 33 is here, and half of 33 somewhere here. This space that I'm highlighting here, it's on the face here, and it's the one that is coming to connect here. You can see that one is connecting there. So you just connect this one here, and you connect the other one on this end. So this is our center line. Then once you do that, you are going to take your lines to, which is also happening at the back. If you take this line 30 degrees to the back, 30 degrees to the back, it's going to be like that. Then you need to make sure that at that point here, you are going to go straight the way we came here to join with those two pieces. I'm going to go with a straight line in the midpoint here. I'll go with a 30 degrees line to the half of the box at the back, like the way it was here, okay? Then I can take this center line that way, okay? Then from there, I can go up this point here, or else you need to make sure that you don't exceed that box from the top. So how am I going to get that point? I need to just go up here by the length, which is 50. So from here, you measure 50 going inside. Maybe the 50 ends here. That way you can go 50, maybe it ends there. And once it ends there, it's supposed to come and connect here. And from there, 30 degrees, the way we went here, it's gonna go 30 degrees here. Then this one is going to join there, but it's at the back. You are not going to see how this one joins at the back there. But this should be solid. This should be solid. And this should be solid. And then you start outlining those edges. You can see. This one, it's a box. At the bottom, you outline, you outline. Why am I outlining? Oh, there's no outline here. So we don't need to put an outline here. Okay? It's just one thing. It's going to be one shape. I see there is a circle here. When we come to the circle, I'm going to explain how we do the isometric circle. And the circle is just lying in here, on the center. Yeah, there is a circle there. If they say there is a circle, you are supposed to work with what we call isometric circles. And if that circle is viewed from the right, you have to create a box like that on the right hand side. And this box must have the diameter of a circle, and the diameter of a circle, diameter of a circle, diameter of a circle. So that diameter there, they're saying 40. So 40 diameter. We are not going to work with the isometric scale because now it's going to reduce. What happens, you have to have the same diameter. So if I work with the isometric scale on getting 40, you must also use the isometric scale to get that one. So what I'm trying to say is 40, 40, 40, 40 from the isometric scale because this thing has been reduced. And the next thing to do to draw the circle is join the long points here. Once you join that, come to the midpoint at the bottom here, halfway. Join to the corner on the opposite. Then come to the midpoint on top, join to the corner opposite. And that, you are going to come with your compass here. Open until it touches there, and it touches that corner. Open your compass and draw. You draw this circle. You come to this center here, open until it touches here and that corner. Then you are going to draw this one here. Then you come to this center. So at center 1, center 2, center 3. From center 3, you open to touch those two. It's going to close. And center 4, open to come and close here. If the circle is on your right hand side. If the circle was on the left hand side, I was going to do the isometric scale, going to the left. 40, 40, going that way. And I was going to join that one. And then midpoint to corner. Midpoint to corner. Same things. Then this will be center 1, center 2. Open from here to there. Then you draw. Center 2 to touch this one and this corner. Center 3 to close. Center 4 to close on the other end. And then if the circle is on the top view, how are you going to draw the circle? Or the square? If it's on the top view, we are supposed to do what? To start with the line going that way at 30 degrees, going that way, 30 degrees, 30 degrees. If it's from the top, if the circle is viewed from the top, then the longest point you join. Yeah. Then you come to midpoint to corner. Okay, midpoint here to corner here. And this will be your center 1. This will be your center 2. Come to center 1, open until here and there. You draw the first arc. In fact, you have to open until midpoint here. That's how we open. Midpoint to midpoint. Center 2, midpoint to midpoint. Center 3, midpoint to midpoint. Which is the same here. When you're on center 1, it's midpoint to midpoint here, you close. When you're on center 2, midpoint here to midpoint here, you draw. Center 3, okay, midpoint here to midpoint here, you cover. Center 4, midpoint to midpoint. That is what I'm going to do here. So it's 40. I'll measure half of 40, half of 40. Draw the line and draw that. Then half of 40 going up. I'll draw an isometric box and then the 40 here. That is the box. Join the long one with the long one. Midpoint to corner there. Midpoint here to corner here. The red lines must be very faint on your paper. Make sure you do construction. So there is your center 1. Open your compass from here to touch halfway, halfway. You draw the arc. Come to center 2. Open to touch halfway and halfway here. There is this arc. You come to center 3. Open from here to close. Center 4. Open from corner to touch that. This was our center 1, center 2. That is the isometric circle. You have to project this to the back here as well, just in case you are going to see. You have to project 30 degrees to the back and create the isometric box at the back here. The same way we did. Okay, there will be an isometric box at the back. You know, at the face there. Then do that, but we don't need it because it's not coming here. The thickness is too much. But there are times when you need to show this piece here. And only if the thickness is not too much, then the box is closer. So our box is far because it's gonna just end here. It's inside in hidden details. So you just do like that. Okay. I'm going to record another one for you. I know this one has been a quick one, but please follow the other videos that I posted on isometric. And if it was a third angle projection, I was going to make the front here. That front was going to start here. The first thing is to create an isometric box from the isometric scale. Then when you are doing an isometric circle, use the isometric scale for vertical and horizontal line. But any other horizontal lines here, going that way or there at 30 degrees, you always use the isometric scale. All the vertical lines, you don't use isometric scale. The only vertical line you use isometric scale is the vertical of the box which you are creating the isometric circle on. All right. We shall see, and if there will be any problems, please just contact me. Your assignment will involve one isometric, and I'm sure by Monday I will be able to post one more video on isometric, and then you can keep in touch if there is any challenges. All right.